What's going on, everybody? My name is Tyler.
And I'm Luke.
And welcome to episode 36 of Holy Heck, I Really Like Love Live, our podcast where we go in depth and discuss every single Love Live song from the very beginning until right now. And we got a little music theory coming up later, so we're really gonna get the discussion going on this one. I think.
Got a little music baddie coming up, if you catch my drift.
I've never been so got in my entire life.
Got him. Questions. What was our question last week? What's the worst thing in Love Live?
Excuse me, hold on. We don't even know what we're doing this week.
Well, they don't gotta know yet. It's in the title.
Oh, I guess you guys know yet. No, we're bouncing back to some Aquas. We're doing some solo songs that we were supposed to do a week prior, but we were sick boys, so we didn't do them. But that's okay. I was actually really excited to talk about these ones. I was actually really excited for these ones to just come out in general, and I think they both delivered. That's just me.
We got about a 50%. We're shooting 1 for 2 from the field. We can't be too mad.
So anyway, yeah, last time we asked what is your least favorite thing in Love Live? And what is your least favorite thing that Love Live has ever done? And I answered first last week. Do you want to answer first this time, Luke?
Sure. So mine is the compilation of 1% UR rates that people said. I know Nick Vanderhoven and Jamie Kinsey both said it in their answers. TLDR, UR rates are 1% in SIF, and you can make the argument it's bad. And I would agree. Give me that Arabian Nights Rin. I deserved it.
Yeah, we just had a whole I
think there's like 5 people that said that.
Like, no other gacha game does this. It's like, all right, you got me
You're
there.
not
I don't
wrong.
play any other gacha games. I don't play any other gacha games, but I don't really want to. So
give me my Billy Harrington gacha game.
Think about it. 2% UR rates. That's double the chance. That's crazy.
Did you just say gachi?
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought you said. I said gachi. Give me my Billy Harrington gachi game. All right. What about you, Tyler? Rest in peace. Rest in peace to our boy. Moment of silence.
Sure. Well, anyway, we got one. We got one coming in from I Love Snickers 155, who just ruined Pua Pua O's whole career. Like, I can't read this whole comment because it'll probably take the full hour. But man, I've never seen a ruthless takedown of a song this hard. I'll read the first part and then I'll read the TLDR for all you missed. My least favorite from this franchise, my least favorite thing from this franchise is Pua Pua O. If you disagree with me, that's fine. But this song in all caps, is the most annoying thing ever to me. The vocal is just the most annoying noises you can ever put into a song. Be honest, I don't know music theory or how to compose a song, but this one has to be breaking some rules because there's no way putting random video game sound effects in the off vocal is compositionally sound.
That's the best part.
I searched up the composer to see what else he did, and he also composed Kaguya's White Ass Castle, and I was floored. So yeah, there's a lot more to this comment going into like how each of the other songs he composed are fine, and just not this one. And then the TLDR is, so what's the main takeaway? Pua Pua O is annoying and it's terrible and I hate it. And if you like it, that's fine, but don't try to get me to like it because it won't happen. So yeah, it's definitely my least favorite thing this franchise has ever produced. I like the spring noises if we're being honest.
Yeah, no, the spring noises are the best part of the song, by far. That's some compositional, you're talking about compositional mistake, that's some compositional mastery right there. Pua Pua Oi tiptoes that line of annoying as hell, delete this, and wow, this is the best song ever. And it falls on that wow, this is the best song ever line side.
Yeah, it's not like the group itself only makes bubblegum music.
It's kind of like Ant-Man. Ant-Man kind of tiptoed that line of funny and annoying, and it fell on the funny side for me. Let us know down below your top 5 MCU movies in order. Yeah, Pua Pua Oi is awesome. We're banning this guy. We're not banning you. Comment again, please. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm happy you're so open-minded about it. That's the Holy Heck I Really Like Love Live creed. Just ruin a song's life and then be like, but if you like it, that's okay.
Yeah, I respect that.
That's the strat right there.
That's that baby maybe. But if you like it, bring me back.
If you like it, that's fine.
Bring me back to 2017.
Anyway, so so we got more solo songs coming in today. Do you want to just do like a general abstract? How do you feel about these solo songs, the 2 we got today?
I think In This Unstable World is great. It's really hype. Really everything I wanted from the Yoshiko song. It's gonna be sick when they perform it live. Pianoforte boring log is really boring, but it's comfy.
Don't worry. You guys won't get two people who hate the song for those who love the song. I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't hate the song. I'm sure you just think it's boring.
I just like came off of it like being really mad about Death Right Shaman. Why is it 1-2? Let us know down below. But like,
all right. So you need to know that our pre-song discussion for this was just Luke screaming at me about how this one magic card is a 1-2.
Why is it a 1-2? It's so stupid. Like, the card already does everything. Why make it a 1-2? It now can block all the 1-1s.
Yeah. So I think Unstable World is a really I think it, like, if the stars aligned for me, right, and I was like, if Yoshiko was like my favorite girl, and I was just in love with like industrial EDM, then this would be like the best song of all time. Like, it's fantastic. Unfortunately, not the hugest EDM fan, but I can see how if all those things like line up for you, then this is like probably your favorite Love Live song, if we're being honest. And as for Pianoforte, I really like this song, and I think it's a lot more compositionally cool than you're giving it credit for, if we're being honest.
I hope you convince me otherwise. But, it can be cool kind of compositionally, but it's really boring. It's comfy.
We'll get to it. I think it's cool. I think the cool stuff is hidden. You gotta like kind of scratch
it's probably
the surface
the worst song
to
in
get
history
to
of
some.
Love Live. Honestly.
I hope. Is it really your least favorite Love Live song?
I'm just tilted.
You have
Why
a least
is it a
favorite
1-2?
Love Live? Oh,
I think you've asked that question. Do you have a least favorite Love Live song about 8 times, and I've answered it every time.
Yeah, and it's always Loneliest Baby.
Yeah, I hate that song.
Anyway, are you ready to get right into Unstable World? In this unstable world, in all lowercase, in this lowercase world.
Give me that unstable world, mommy. Mommy's unstable world.
I feel gross after you said that. Can we delete this?
No, it stays. So I just want to get my small gripe with this song out of the way before we move on to how the song's really good, because all I'm going to do in the next song is talk about gripes. My one gripe with this song is the final, leading into the final chorus. There's this really bad kind of bridge mess where she's like saying a bunch of like datenshi things in the background. Wow, what is she even saying? She's saying something. I don't remember what it was.
But I don't have the lyrics in front of me this second.
Yeah, it's just a mess. It reminds me a lot of that part in Self-Control that almost ruins it. Where in their bridge, that just becomes this big old mess. And unfortunately, in that song, the hype picks back up when we hit the chorus. And in this song, they do something kind of neat with it. They take this mess and it becomes this very like neat part where the backing kind of drops out, fades away, and Yoshiko's just left there to sing. And that part is, so you got to kind of sit through the bat. It's like you're the Philadelphia 76ers, right? you got to sit through the bad years to get to this year, you know, and the next couple of years. You follow me? You got to be bad for a little bit to become good. So you got to get your Ruby quota. I got to get my sports ball quota.
Hey, understandable. Have a nice day. Okay, so where do I even start with this? I think that you just dislike stuff where it gets like relatively messy, and that's okay. I think that it's really cool actually in this song, and even so in Self-Control. In this song, I think it's especially cool because they play it through both ears, like different ears. So she's saying different stuff through different ears, which I guess that can get either more or less confusing and disorienting. Jesus.
So I agree with that being like neat how they do those mechanical things with the song coming out, but it's still like that doesn't really make it more disorientating for me. It just like everything that's happening. There's so much happening when you have like two layers of people talking, like she's talking and singing there at the same time. It just gets too messy, you know?
Yeah, but then you got the part where it's like big intentional because it like leads off with switch and then it gets dead silent. And
exactly.
Like
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's like the cool part. Like it's like supposed to be hella messy, and then all of a sudden it's like, but now it's not. And I think that's really neat.
That like I was saying, you know, you gotta they kind of put this intentionally messy part in there to lead into this really great part where it's all smooth. It's very like crisp. It's very it knows what it's trying to do, and it's very good. And that switch is awesome also.
You know what they say? You gotta get through the literal hell nightmare to see the rainbow.
Yeah, you gotta be really bad for about 6 years, and then you'll like have Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid on your team, and you can get the job done.
Let us know down below if you like comprehend most of Luke's sports ball references, because I don't. But hey, you know.
They're pretty good.
So you want to talk about white tacos?
Yeah, white tacos pretty good. You mentioned the sirens before white tacos. That's pretty hot.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this song is right out of Sonic the Hedgehog, 2004 Nintendo GameCube colorized. Is it 2004?
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Did I say Sonic? I meant
Shadow.
Shadow.
You said Sonic.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Can I mention something about Shadow the Hedgehog real quick? When I lived in Anchorage, for like 6 years, there was one copy of Shadow the Hedgehog in the Walmart in Anchorage. And I never understood why there was just this one copy of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Because that's all the people that wanted it in Anchorage.
It was so weird.
They got them all.
Like new games were coming out, and there was new console games on the shelf, you know, and behind the case in Walmart, like new consoles and everything. There's still just Shadow the Hedgehog there. It was really weird. For what was it, for the PlayStation 2? Or was it for the GameCube?
It was for both.
Yeah, it was just still sitting there for the PlayStation 2. Like 360 games were out and PS3 games. And Shadow the Hedgehog was still there. Plunging through it all. It was weird.
All right, so white tacos. Don't you dare tell me what these lyrics are, because I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through.
In the beginning,
I'm gonna go through the comments to make sure that there's no white taco spoilers down below.
Yeah, in the beginning, we're just like white taco, white taco. I don't want to know what it is, because it's white taco, and that's it. So, unless you have any more meme things to say, we can talk about actual stuff. So, like I said before, I do think that, like, if the stars aligned for me and like I just liked everything about this song, because you know I'm just not like the hugest industrial like EDM fan, then I think this would be like the best song of all time. But since I'm not, I can just appreciate the fact that this is a really good song. I think that this is probably the best example of solo songs so far that take both into account both character dynamic, like trying to make a song about a character, like Yoshiko just singing a song about being edgy, you know, and also being like, hey Yoshiko, you have a really great voice, how about you use it? Which is something we unfortunately didn't see in, like, I don't know, Oyasumi-na-san with Hanamaru, where it's like, wow, what a great character-driven song, but I wish Hanamaru got to kind of like go crazy a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, both these songs really use their character's voice extremely well while being character-like songs. Even though I think Pianoforte is kind of boring, it's still a beautifully sang song. Yeah. And like Riko's really good at singing that exact song. Rikako is sensational at singing that exact song.
Yeah, it's like that's the song she auditioned with. That's how she became Riko.
And yeah, it just pushes that these songs are made for their character. But I'd agree, these are the first two where it's really like they take full they take full, what's the word I'm looking for?
Advantage.
There we go. Advantage. My vocabulary is hell today. They take full advantage of what these voices can do. In this song, like I really like how they play off of all of Yoshiko's vocal skills. I mean, she's got a massive range, and we've seen that throughout Love Live. There's some really cool parts where she reaches in the song. There's some really cool parts where she's in that datenshi mode where she's real low on the scale. And this song takes control of all those moments.
Yeah, there's really like not a part that doesn't exist on Yoshiko's like vocal scale in this song. It's all there. It's the best of all Yoshiko worlds.
And I'm always begging for more alto stuff, but like if you give me alto stuff with soprano stuff, I'll take that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we don't even have to choose now. You just listen to the song all the way through. It's perfect.
You were talking about the industrial metal, industrial metal. Yeah, this is the hardest metal of all time. The industrial EDM. I like industrial EDM much more than regular EDM. I like it when my pots and pans are a lot bigger. So when you smack them together, they make kind of like raspier, like stronger noises, rather than little tiny pots and pans. You just slam them together and like real shrill noises are coming off of them. You feel me?
Yeah, I'd 100% prefer this song over like a Tokimeki or something like that. Not to like diss Tokimeki or anything.
Azalea song.
Stop it.
Or like Guilty Night, Guilty Chaos, Guilty Eyes Fever. Obviously, Guilty Eyes Fever is like my exception to the rule, but
I do like the song more than the other bunch, but at the same time, it still does kind of fall into a genre that like I do like. Like, don't get me wrong, it's just not like something I know a lot about, or B, or I'm like ecstatic to hear. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Love Live's coming out with a new like EDM song. Like that's not.
Well, let us know down below what your favorite EDM Love Live song is.
Oh geez, what's my favorite?
Guilty Eyes Fever is probably my favorite. Not looking at any list, but I'm assuming that's it.
I'll come up with it later. I won't, but hey.
Yeah, Tyler, let us know down below what your favorite EDM song is.
I will comment using our account down below when I figure out what my favorite Love Live EDM song is. Okay, let's see.
No, use your YouTube account, Mr. Big 2,000 subscribers.
We're almost at 3,000.
Oh my god!
Right, if you guys don't know, I have another YouTube account where I like blatantly copied someone's video, like when I was like.
Wait, you copied that? I thought you did
hell,
that.
If you think...
Oh my god, my whole life's been a lie.
I like did my own video. I put production value into it, but I like actually just like used someone else's download. Yeah, no, don't worry. I didn't just like download his video. No. No. Whew. And I did this like how to like prestige on Modern Warfare 2 hack, and I got like 2,000 subscribers like overnight. And since then, if I put out a new video, I will get like 3 views in a year. Like the reach is gone.
Doesn't it have like 200k views?
It's close to like, oh geez, yeah, like 400,000, something like that.
YouTube, where's his money?
There were 2 videos.
The new Jake
I know,
Paul.
right? No. I don't use that account anymore. Oh, I do. That's the one I'm like logged into normally with all my dumb recommendations. By the way, on our account, there is a liked speedrun of Sonic R, and neither of us know how it got
I think
there.
it's haunted. I think we've mentioned it before. We just have no clue where it's from.
I've never seen a Sonic R speedrun. As much as I would like want to watch a Sonic R speedrun,
I wouldn't.
So, like, I don't. Maybe one of us was like on mega drugs or something, and like watched it and then liked it.
I don't know. I must have not.
We have like.
I don't even like things on my account. I have like 6 liked videos.
We have like 3 videos liked, like 2 of which are like important that we like should have like people talking about us or videos that were like featured in or whatever, and then just the Sonic R speedrun, and we don't know how it got there.
Yeah, it's haunted. This is a haunted random Gmail that I had lying around.
Anyway, so there's this cool. Let's talk about this cool / haunted F7 chord, depending on who you are. So, Luke, you're gonna be editing this one. Why don't you go ahead and play that part right now? So what's cool about that is if you just build the chord that she just sang right now, the dochi moki bun, and then from here the shi da e, that shi da e is an F7, except really weird. So it's an F7 except
but there's a haunted F7.
I think it's D sharp. I could be wrong. I could be sounding like an idiot right now. But the D sharp is played on a lower octave instead of the higher one. So instead of sounding nice, it sounds borderline haunted. And I think that's so cool how they did that. Because if it was the Rico song, it would have sounded nice. And since it's the Yoshiko song, they chose they opted for the haunted version.
Yeah. It was the Mari one. It would have been the joke version.
Yeah, they just like smash. They play the song nice and just like smash their hands on the keyboard. There it is. It's joke. So I think that's so cool how they opted to choose the more haunted version and actually like play or like have her sing each note individually. I mean, obviously you can't sing a chord, but like the way they did it, they just made a very normal chord seem very, very haunted, and that's cool. I think that's really, really awesome how they did that, which is showing the expertise of the composer, who is Rei Kamiya, who composed, get ready for this, nothing else.
Wow, look,
nothing.
nothing.
In the franchise. Wow, it's nothing. Yeah, they are completely new to Love Live. In fact, both of them are. Both composers for both songs.
Those are our boys.
So that's really interesting.
Were Oyasumi-san and the Mess, who composed them? Were they new also? I don't think they were they?
One More Sunshine Story was composed by Effie, which we all know is the GOAT.
That's our boy.
Yeah. And Oyasumi-san is actually composed and arranged by two people, as in both people composed and both people arranged it, which is pretty rare. And that's Satoru Shirasuka, there we go, and Motoki Masuda. We already talked about that when we talked about these songs.
But they did other songs.
No, they didn't do any other songs. That's what I meant.
They didn't do any other songs? Okay,
no,
okay.
So
okay.
aside from One More Sunshine Story, every composer for the new songs have been one-offs.
Let's see if we can keep that train a-rolling. That would be nice.
Actually, while we're here, okay, just checked Beginner Sailing. That person made Humming Friend and Guilty Eyes Fever? Yeah, Guilty Eyes Fever. So that's pretty cool. So we're not doing like an all new composer things here, although that would be very cool.
That would have been cool. I was trying to live the dream here.
Yeah, dream short lived, but hey. So yeah, there's a few more things I want to talk about. I'd imagine our buddy EJ likes this song a lot because of the percussion changes every 2 seconds. There are so many different just drum lines in this song. Have you heard it? Like
yeah. Oh yeah. There's some super neat percussion in the song. They've been really bumping along in the percussion lately. I like it. It's good.
It's just really cool because like 1 second you're just like, all right, this is the build up part, and then after that it just sounds like a dubstep beat. You're like, what is this? But then it changes immediately to what you heard before, and it's like, all right, this is fine too.
We take these.
There's a few other things I wanted to say about this song that are all really, really, really great. So I already said it's the best of all Yoshiko worlds. I'm like looking through here. Oh, the synth harmonies in the chorus. If you listen to the off vocal of the song, it's really neat in the chorus because the synth that's playing in the background is not just like a high synth, or maybe it is just a high synth, but it sounds like a low synth is playing at the same time too. So it's just kind of got this like super like, it's like all the sounds on the spectrum just for the synth, and it's like really cool. It's like a really interesting kind of take on it, which I guess is kind of like the I don't know, like post-apocalyptic industrial vibe that they're going here. And it sounds really great. That's just me.
I feel like this song kind of deserves it feels like an anime opening to a show that's like really serious about itself, you know? Like this could be like season 3 of like some psychological show, you know? When it's really gotten psychological and spooky.
Yeah, you know,
this is
I
the
wasn't
OP.
like
This isn't season 1
like,
or 2. This is like season 3 or 4.
Yeah, I wasn't like entirely on board until I remembered the first chorus ends with unstable world, and I was like, yes, this is an opening.
Yeah. And
you've convinced me.
I like anime opening Love Live songs. You know, songs that I can put action to in my head. Those are the boys.
Yoshiko riding around on like a spooky dragon or something.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. Where's our JRPG?
So another really cool thing that Yoshiko does in really every chorus in the song, like in the first few words of the chorus, she starts like belting it in her alto voice, and then she switches to her head voice just for one word. You know what I'm talking about? Like where she's like na 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 na. Like
yeah.
You know.
And that, God, I when I was in high school, I just like didn't figure out how head voices worked until about 2 years ago. And as I said before, I made it through high school choir with a octave and a half range. You know, it was really good in that octave and a half. Couldn't do much more than that. But it's really impressive to do that. That's hard to do, and that's another like show of that how you get everything from Yoshiko in the song. You get this really cool reaching parts, and really in both songs you get some really cool reaches. And reaches are always something that we can appreciate as long as they're done well. Here's looking at you, Fergie.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Have you guys seen the national anthem?
Oh,
that was good.
Every time I play NBA 2K and the national anthem plays, I'm like better than Fergie.
I want to hear the Fergie cover of this song.
Whenever the national anthem comes on for anything I'm watching, like I watch a lot of sporting events, obviously. But whenever it comes on, I leave the room or like mute the TV or mute my computer because I'm not there. I don't want to be there unless if something goes wrong. Like I'm not gonna have that.
Is it just like preemptive?
It's just like
you don't
fear.
want to be there if cringe happens.
It's just like the fear of it happening. You know, like we've been watching The Office in my house for the last couple days, and sometimes I just gotta like leave the room because it's too much. I can't do it.
Yeah, okay, this is really funny because
Very
my
cringy.
girlfriend. Oh yeah, no, I started watching The Office with my buddies a little bit ago, and they were like, before this I was like, I'm just not that into The Office, you know, but after watching it a little bit, I'm like, it's the greatest show of all time, and then my girlfriend messaged me the other day, and she's like, yeah, I just don't get how everyone likes The Office so much, and I was like, if you would have messaged me this like 3 days ago, I would have been like, yeah, I know, right? But now I'm like, no, you're wrong, and please just keep watching.
End it. Let us know down below who your favorite Office character is. If it is not Stanley, you will be banned. Heads up.
Okay, one last thing for this. I know it's getting like late, but I just want to like mention lyrics real quick.
Yeah, it's like 9:30 in the morning, dude. I haven't slept.
So the whole thing with it's kind of like balancing your two selves. It's a really dumb and edgy thing. I mean, it's not dumb and edgy, but it's pretty edgy if we're being honest. It's just kind of, this is exactly the type of stuff that I'd expect her to sing. Like if we're being completely real here, balancing your two selves, then the whole like switch with the white wing, black wing, good deed, bad deed kind of duality thing going on. And I think it's very Yoshiko. I think it's very what I expect from this. Like I looked up the lyrics and I was like, oh, this is, I don't know what I expected, but I guess this was it. Kind of thing, you know?
What's the we're saying yes that there's some kind of costume switch at the switch part when it's done live, right?
Ooh, but
that would be cool. That would be cool as hell.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna have like some kind
the
of
lights
like,
go out
like,
and she rips something down, you know, like while the lights are out, and like she's in like a white costume then.
Yeah, and she throws it into the crowd and they like all fight to the death over it, whatever it is.
Thousands dead at concert. Thousands of weebs dead at concert.
Atlantis does not apologize. Yeah, no, probably. I mean, she probably has like a white like angel thing versus like a black like devil thing. Like if we're being honest, that's probably what's gonna happen here.
Unless you're the box art, cool switch thing.
Yeah, unless you're the box art and you're just like her in her like aquarium part-time work clothes.
Hey, we take those. She's got the wings. She's got those wings, man. She made her cry.
So, are you ready to move on to Pianoforte Monologue?
By the way, boring monologue.
No, you said it wrong again. Pianoforte. What is wrong with you?
Forte is stupid. Piano boring is much better.
At least it makes sense with the name. What are you doing?
Like, okay, so like Pianoforte boring long was like pretty good because it's bad, and that was the point. And like Pianoforte monologue, like it's just trying too hard. But the point of like Pianoforte boring long is that it is trying too hard, and that's the joke, you know. But you don't understand this. This is true. This is like hyper. This is universe brain humor right here.
To be fair, you must have an incredibly high IQ to understand my level of irony that I'm on right now.
We had a really good comment. It was like, to be fair, you must have a very high IQ to understand the love life OVA. That was a good one. I don't remember who it was from, and I don't have the page open anymore, but shout out to you, the mystery man that's in our comments. Not really a mystery. You're my hero.
Man, I'm not sure if I hate you. I think I might. But anyway.
That's fine.
Are you ready to... All right, again, are you ready to move on to Pianoforte Monologue?
Yeah, probably.
All right, yeah, me too.
Whoa. We got them kind of mixed up. That's not the song. That's the wrong song.
Anyway.
I got them a little mixed up. My bad. Here. This one. This is the right song.
嵐の中流れ出した音がたくさんあるの綺麗なだけじゃなくてでもどこか優しい音が新しい夢と涙溶け合ったコンチェルトずっとずっと眠ってたの心の熱い願い目覚めててあの日きっと呼ばれてた時がついた一人で向かう鍵盤だけど感じる一人じゃない気持ちはいつもつながってるね信じることができるから何でも恐れずやってみようもっと決められる強くなれるの
Holy hell, this song is Western. Holy heck, I really like this Western-ass song. And I don't mean the making my way downtown part. I mean like the fact that this song is like the most Western song since Arifureta Kanashimi no Hate that we talked about. Like, man, this song.
This song's really Western. Like, the boing boing to start it off. Like,
I don't mean that country-ass chord, but yeah.
like this. I think this song is pretty boring, but that's pretty funny. I'll listen to that part.
Alright.
I'll skip the rest of it.
Do you want to have like a little back and forth, Luke? Do you want to have like a
Sure, I'll hit
you
that
think
yeet
the
real
song
quick.
is you think the song is boring while I think it doesn't? I think that'd be a good contrast to have between you and I.
I do not think this song is bad. I think there's a difference between boring and bad. You know, like you can be insultingly bad and like still not be boring. Like you can still be entertaining as hell while still being bad. I think Love Novels is a good example of this. I don't think Love Novels
an actual like train crash.
Yeah, train crash can be pretty entertaining. Not an actual train crash, not an actual tragedy, but just a catastrophe. And like that can still be really entertaining and really funny and dumb, right? I think this song is this nice, beautiful song, but I just don't think any part of this song is. If you want to transcend that plane from comfy and beautiful to like great, you got to have some part that really excels. And while Riko's voice in the song is good, it's just she plays the role of, I don't want to call her a backup singer, but I think she plays the role of someone's backup better than the star, which is pretty unfortunate because her voice is beautiful in the song. It just doesn't add it to become interesting for me. I think the song is nice. I think the song is comfy. But unfortunately, it's so comfy that it's going to make you fall asleep and not in a good way.
Okay, I can respect what you're saying about Riko's voice. In fact, I feel mostly like the same way. I think a lot of the really awesome stuff in this song comes from the instrumental. I do think that Riko does work pretty well with it, though. I mean, really, she does kind of do the same exact thing that we were just talking about last song, like the really impressive hit a note with your high voice, with your head voice right after you just kind of sang not in your head voice, you know, like from your chest.
Oh yeah.
And she does that quite a few times in the chorus, and I think that's really cool. And I don't think it'd be fair to say it was cool in the Yoshiko song and then say like, oh, it's boring here. That's just me. I think the instrumental is really cool at so many parts. Like during the second verse, there's just really quiet pluck strings after we're done with this just bombastic chorus. I wouldn't go so far as calling it bombastic, but it's not. It's louder than the pluck strings quiet part. I think the solo is really cool because they do my favorite thing when I'm playing piano, where if you want to make like any note sound good, play that note plus the octave of that note. And for those who don't know, an octave is the same note, just 8 notes higher or belower. Belower.
Belower.
Oh,
there
goodness.
It is. Belower me.
So that's
Dad.
cool. If you want to. Yeah. Ooh, woo, with a question mark.
Ooh.
So if you go listen to the chorus or the solo and wonder why it sounds like heavier and harder hitting than the rest of the song. It's because they're playing 2 or more notes at one time. The guitar is really loud during the outro, and there's a kind of tension that I'm gonna mention later. But like, I think the instrumental for this song is really good, and if I'm being honest, I'm paying a little bit more attention to the instrumental than the Rico. But I think the instrumental more than makes up for the boring parts of Rico's vocal performance here for me. But that's just me.
A song that I want to compare this to, which I find, we talked about teetering this line earlier, and things that teeter the line and fall on the correct side are really good, right? They're always great. So like a song I want to compare this to is Moshi Mo, which is Nozomi's solo from the season 2 Blu-rays. It teeters this line of it's similar in kind of how it's set up. It's a slow solo song. There's like
the slowest in Love Live.
Yeah, literally the slowest song in Love Live. Moshimo rides that line, but I think where Moshimo falls on the line of being, like, in my opinion, really great and really good is we get to see, like, Nozomi kind of taking on this role she doesn't get to very much, which is being a solo singer. And she does a lot of cool stuff. She does a lot of reaching for notes in that song, which is nice. She does a lot of things she doesn't normally get to do. She got to do more of it in the second half of Love Live, but not very much in the first half, which is really when that song came out. It came out right at the beginning of the second half. So something that I really appreciate about the other 3 songs is we get to kind of see them, their character songs, but they also kind of feel like the vocalists are taking roles that they haven't really taken that hard before. Yoshiko, we finally get this perfect blend of soprano and alto. Hanamaru is this really kind of quaint country bumpkin song when she's done a lot of EDM before, and she's never really had solos, so it's something kind of new.
Oh, no.
So it's something kind of new and fun. Chica's there's been a lot of songs
show
she's been like,
song. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, she's been like really bombastic in a lot of songs, but she hasn't really been this like hyper playful in a lot of songs outside of a few Shinron songs. So like those are all things that I think were really interesting about what their vocalist did. While in this song, I feel like what Rico does in this song is what Rico is always doing when she's singing. And it's not bad. It is by no means bad. It's kind of like, for me, it's kind of this letdown of the song is not as interesting as the other 3 songs. Do I think this song is good? Yeah, sure. I think this song has some really good musical qualities about it. I think the composition is pretty neat. I think Rico sounds beautiful in this song, but I just feel the song is incredibly boring. There's just... you can have a good composition and good vocalist, but if you don't do anything interesting, I just don't think that you can have a great song. And like that's where this song falls flat for me.
Okay.
Rico doesn't fall flat at all though. Great vocalist.
Yeah, no flat notes.
Will I ever listen to the song again? I will not thoroughly avoid it. I will not like delete it from my life, but I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to the song very much more than the past week or 2.
I gotcha. I respect your opinion. I think we reached an impasse here though, and that's fine. I super appreciate where you're coming from. I don't mind any opinion as long as you can elaborate why. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy you explained exactly why you thought it was boring.
Yeah, but I still feel like this is a great character song for Rico. She's playing on her piano the whole time. I don't know the lyrics, obviously, but like it's this touching piano melody which sums up Rico and extremely well. Mm-hmm. Well, lore-wise, even though
this song's important for the story,
even though Dark Souls 3 had some of the worst balancing issues, lore-wise, it was pretty fun.
Balancing issues? I thought Dark Souls 3 balancing issues were pretty okay.
Magic was so bad in Dark Souls 3 in like every way. Oh my god.
Is it? I never used Magic, so I wouldn't know.
It was bad in PvP, man.
Anyway, what were we talking about again?
Miracle builds. Well, let us know down below what your favorite Dark Souls 3 build is.
I make the Guts character with the Guts sword.
Whenever we're reviewing that song. Put your grasses on.
Nothing will be wrong. All right, so I wanted to talk about that tension that I mentioned earlier. There's this really awesome thing that happens for me. I mean, maybe you don't think it's awesome, but hey, that happens at the end of the chorus where she kind of goes like na 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 na, and I'm gonna have Luke play that right now. But before he does, it's kind of like the same piano note being played constantly throughout that whole part until the post-chorus instrumental starts coming in. And I think that's so cool. It just kind of plays the same piano note over and over and over again, which normally would sound bad, but it obviously doesn't in this case. So give that a listen and listen to the same piano note being played. It's kind of hard to hear.
できるから何でも恐れずやってみようと決められる強くなれる
I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. That's just me.
I figured out. I have another metaphor. Oh,
Okay.
I had two metaphors. I thought of one. I never got around to saying the other one. God dang it! Now I gotta space these out somehow. All right, metaphor number one. If in this unstable dad is the anime OP you never skip, this is the anime ED that you always skip. For me personally. Do you follow me on that?
Didn't you? What did you say that was actually disgusting before?
I don't remember.
It wasn't like in this unstable mom or something like that. It was like something.
it was that's woo. This is getting a little too racy there, Tyler. I don't know what I said.
It was something else. Let us know down below what Luke said.
But it feels like in this unstable world is this hype ass anime opening, and obviously like it might not.
Was
be,
it
like,
Mommy's Unstable World?
Yeah. Delete me. And this just feels like the anime ED that like is nice. And you listen to about halfway through the first time, and you're like, yeah. For me, personally. Metaphor number two, I'm not going to space them out. You know, have you ever watched Jurassic World? Let us know below if you watch Jurassic World. There's this good, like, little back and forth at one point in the movie where they're talking about how, yeah, these dinosaurs are pretty damn cool, but when you spend enough time around them, they start to be not interesting anymore. Rikako's voice is pretty damn cool, but if you spend enough time with it and you just, you know, and she never does anything new and interesting with it, it can get kind of boring. And that's where I'm kind of at right now. I want Rikako to like do something new and interesting with her voice. Like I'm excited for that. I'm awaiting it. But it just really has been, even in these Guilty Kiss songs, I feel like she's just kind of stayed the same. And while other people have shown these other interesting things they can do with their voices, we still haven't seen that from Rikako/Riko. So that's what I'm hoping for.
That's pretty consistent with all the tier lists that you and I have made. Like all the girls that have like undeniably amazing voices, but like that's like kind of their quirk. It's like their voice is good. They end up kind of on like the lower half for us. You know what I mean?
Riko,
just because
everybody else in Aqua's on my tier list has moved like hell. Riko's just been solidly B tier the entire time.
So the Lantis execs were just kind of like hanging in their little space. They were smoking some weed, and they were like, "Yo, dude,
hitting that yeet.
What if every line ended with the Rikako squeak, and then this song was born?"
And yeah, it's cool when she does all these reaches and these little like squeaks and stuff. It's very neat. It's very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, this, like I said before, this is actually composed and arranged by two people for each. So we got Hiroaki. Right, yeah, Hiroaki Aoki, that's hard, and Yuya Hirozawa, who both composed and arranged both parts. So that's really neat.
Neat.
Because again, that's kind of rare.
What if they're
but then
both?
Again, they didn't do anything else.
What if they're both just like Siamese twins? So they just kind of have to like both compose and arrange each part. They have to like label both of them. Think about it.
Who would win in this unstable mom or Siamese twins writing Love Live song? Let us know down below.
Let us know down below, yeah. Who would win in a sumo match?
So that is our talk about both In This Unstable World and Pianoforte Monologue. And I gotta say, I really do like when there's a difference between you and I, because I feel like we're similar more often than we're not. So it's really awesome to see like, kind of a...
more like boring Forte Monologue. It just keeps getting better.
No, that's the wrong direction. Anyway, our question for you this week is, what is a song that you could totally appreciate despite the fact that you might not like it too much, or it just might not be your thing? So Luke, why don't you go first?
This one was pretty easy for me. When we ask ourselves our question, and usually it takes me 5-10 minutes of scrolling up and down the discography to kind of figure out my answer. This one just immediately I was like, easy. My answer very easily is Start Dash. Start Dash is like really iconic, really important, has like great lore significance. and having 2 different styles of it, which is very cool. 1 9-member, 1 3-member. Extremely interesting. I think the song is nicely sang. I like the lyrics a lot in the song. There's very few songs that I can really, enjoy the lyrics a lot because I just don't speak Japanese. But this is one that the lyrics, sticks with you for a while. But do I really, really like the song? Pretty middling for me. Pretty solidly mid-tier. So that's kind of how I feel about it.
I think I feel like almost the exact same way, where it's like a big appreciate, but at the same time it's like, am I gonna listen to it all the time? Probably
This
not.
is the world's largest appreciate.
Yeah. It's important. It's real important, but maybe not important for me to listen to all the time.
So what about you, Tyler?
Mine was actually thanks to our boy Dextroy Fuller, who in our 3rd episode, I want to call it our 3rd episode, when we talked to 4th episode. Yeah, 4th episode when we talked about Lily White. No, god damn it.
Are you okay?
Who did we talk about? Was it Lily White and Azalea in the same episode? I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we did Lily White and Azalea in the same episode. Yeah.
We talked about Lily White and Azalea in the same episode. That is like the dawn of Tyler starting to appreciate synthpop despite not liking it. So I'm gonna go with Tokimeki on this one, just because it's my least favorite Azalea song.
Respect.
Like, if I'm being honest, I really don't like this song at all. But the way Dextroy put it when he wrote his entire paragraph, which by the way, sick debut into our comment section, fam. It just gave me a big appreciation for exactly what synth pop is, like the kind of dreamy kind of sensationalism mixed with the whole realism of kind of a darker undertone, or it's been a while since I read the description, but it's kind of stuck in my mind, and now I actually have a real appreciation for synth pop, despite the fact that I don't really like it at all. So mine's gonna be Tokimeki on that one. Tokimeki with some more words that I don't care to remember.
What one thing that I respect and love live but don't like? It's not Azalea. I was gonna say Azalea, then I remembered it's not Azalea. Delete Azalea.
You're one thing I respect and love live but don't like.
So anywho, let us know down below your answers to that question, and we'll choose 2 of them for next week, like always. What are we doing next week?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Perfect. Look at that timing. While they're there, I'm gonna take some bets on who you guys think is going to win the NBA championship this year. Let us know down below.
It's going to be.
I mean, I know playoffs aren't locked up yet, but generally, the guys that are gonna make the playoffs right now, they're gonna be the guys that win it. Top 3, 4 seeds.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Takaramanos and Paradise Live.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about Takaramanos. What an iconic song. If you haven't heard there's no way in hell anybody that's listening has not heard Takaramanos about 7,000 times. Hasn't heard. Oh my, I'm so excited to talk about that song.
We're just gonna give people PTSD from logging into SIF.
I love that song. I'm so excited to talk about Takaramanos. I've had this question. I know what the question at the end of the episode is. I've had it formulated since we came up with questions.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a good one.
Alright, if you say so. But anyway.
Decades ago.
No. But anyway. So I think we're done here. Let us know down below all the things we let us know down below did. If you don't answer, you're banned. So that's cool.
Banned.
I've completely come around.
We're handing out the hammers.
I've completely come around to letting people know down below.
Yeah, no, Tyler at one point was like, "Can we not do as much letting them know down below?" I was like, "No." I did that
during an episode. It was a half joke, and now it's a full joke. I hate this. Stop it.
No, you guys gotta let us know down below. And then and then you were saying people probably don't even like it. And then 3 people when we talked about it, I was like, let us know down below if you let us know down below. And then 3 people were like, we like to let us know down below. And yeah, so we're keeping it. Keep the train rolling.
Oh man. Let us know down below if what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Much like most every other let us know down below. But anyway, let us know down below if I'm gonna have a good ass day now that I'm going to take a big nap because I don't have classes.
Yeah, nap.
All right.
I've been up for 24 hours. It's awesome.
Okay. Well,
get me out of this hell.
Thank you so much, friendos, for watching our full thing, and we can't wait to see you next week for our bonus and for Paradise Live. So,
And
that's all right?
Takaramanos.
You're all good?
And Takarama.
Yeah, did I say, I only said just Paradise Lab?
Yeah.
God damn it, goodbye.
See you guys next week.
絶対よ